Oh, as I was going over the Cock and Kerry mountains, I met Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol and then produced my rapier, saying, "Stand and deliver, for the devil he may take ya." Wisharim ramadoo ramadar. Whack ball my daddy-o, whack ball my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I counted out his money, and it made a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket, and I brought it home to Jenny. She swore she'd never leave me, well, never would she deceive me. The devil take that woman, you know, you never would be easy. Bashir and Ramadoo Ramadar. Whack ball my daddy-o, whack ball my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Ramadoo Ramadar. Whack ball my daddy-o, whack ball my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, being drunk and weary, I went to Jenny's chamber, and taking Jenny with me now I never knew the danger. At about 6 or 7, well, in came Captain Farrell, and firing both my pistols, I killed him with both barrels. Bashir him, Ramadoo Ramadar. Whack ball my daddy-o, whack ball my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, some men they like fishing, and some men they like fowling, and some men like to hear a cannonball a-rolling. Now me, I just like sleeping, especially in Jenny's chamber. Yet here I am in prison, here I am with a ball and chain ya. Wisharim Ramadoo Ramadar. Whack ball my daddy-o, whack ball my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Here we go! Yeah! Ramadoo Ramadar. Whack ball my daddy-o, whack ball my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, if any man can save me, it's my brother in the army. If I could find a station down in Cork or in Killarney, well, I'm sure he'll come and join me. We'll go roving in Kilkenny. I'll engage her, treat me sweeter than me dearest darling Jenny. Bashir and Ramadoo Ramadar. Whack ball my daddy-o, whack ball my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Bashir and Ramadoo Ramadar. Whack ball my daddy-o, whack ball my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I'll tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pulled my hair and stole my comb, well that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. Who's she courting? 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, and all the boys are fighting for her. Knock on the door and ring on the bell, oh my true love, are you well? Out she comes as white as snow, rings on the fingers and bells on the toes. Old Johnny Murray says she'll die if she doesn't get the fella with the roving eye. And the rain and the hail blow high, snow come tumbling from the sky. She's as nice as apple pie, she'll get her own lad by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, she won't tell them her when she comes home. Let them all come as they will, it's Albert Mooney she loves still. Well, I'll tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pulled my hair, stole my comb, well that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. Who she caught in 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is she? When I was just a
young boy, they call me Coachy lad. I sang the songs of Ireland, but I sang them rather bad. And me mother didn't like it, she told me it was cat. And halfway through the Galway shawl, she hit me with a baseball bat. I've been beat up in Killarney, I've been stabbed in Limerick town. In County Clare I didn't dare, they said they'd gun me down. In Dublin City, Ballymun, I was trampled by a horse. And by the time I got to Skibbereen, it was even bloody worse. I'm going away, hey, to the USA, I'm going away, hey, to the USA. Well, I love you, dear old Ireland, and you know I love you best. But I'm off to sing the Irish songs out in the Wild West. I joined a local choir boys, it was bringing me to tears. But when I looked up at Father Ted, he was bleeding from the ears. He took me to one side and said, "This isn't what we want. If you come back here with a voice like that, I'll drown you in the font." I've been beat up in Killarney, I've been stabbed in Limerick town. In County Clare I didn't dare, they said they'd gun me down. In Dublin City, Ballymun, I was trampled by a horse. And by the time I got to Skibbereen, it was even bloody worse. I'm going away, way, to the USA, I'm going away, way, to the USA. Well, I love you, dear old Ireland, and you know I love you true. I'm just hoping the Americans don't beat me black and blue. I landed in America, and I didn't have a dime. But the one thing kept me going was that my voice was in its prime. I sang the fields of Athenroy, I sang the Derriere, and now I'm in the back of a Cadillac, and I'm a millionaire. I'm the king of New York City, I got the key to Boston town. And when I go up to Chicago, the women pull me trousers down. I've got a Winnebago and a Harley Davidson. The people in America think I am number one. I'm gonna stay, stay in the USA. I'm gonna stay, stay in the USA. I love you, dear old Ireland, you know I love you best. But I'm out just singing Irish songs out in the Wild West. Yeehaw!
in the high hills and mountains, and dark with the clouds o'er the deep rolling sea. I first spied the lassie as daylight was dawning, when she was asking the road to sweet Carnlough Bay. Says I, me wee lassie, I can and will tell you, oh, how many miles and how far it might be. But if you'll consent, I'll convey you to be there, and I'll show you the road to sweet Carnlough Bay. Go down by the churchyard, cross over the river, and down past the gravestones and on to the sea. We'll stop at Pat Tamil's and have a wee drop there, and I'll show you the road to sweet Carnlough Bay. Here's a health to Pat Tamil, likewise the wee lassie, and every laddie that's listening to me. Oh, there, turn your back on your bonny wee lassie, when she's asking the road to sweet Carnlough Bay. Spied the lassie as daylight was dawning, when she was asking the road to sweet Carnlough Bay. She was asking the road to sweet Carnlough Bay. She was asking the road to sweet Carnlough Bay.
Sang low, and the lady sang the ragga-tagga gypsy, oh. Well, she slipped up a dress of finest silk and put on a hose of leather, oh. The ragga-tagga tags around the door, then she's up with the ragga-tagga gypsy, oh. Well, it was late last night that the Lord came home, inquiring for his lady, oh. All the girls said, on every single hand, she's gone with the ragga-tagga gypsy band. Saddle for me, my milk-white steed, for my big horses and not speedy, yo. I go and find the newly wedded bride who was running for the ragga-tagga gypsy, yo. Well, he rode high, he rode low, he rode south and north also, till he came to the wide open field and spied that lovely lady, yo. And why did you leave your money, yo? Why did you leave the newly wedded lord to be up with the ragga-tagga gypsy, yo? She said, what care I for the home and the land, and what care I for the money, yo? What care I for my newly wedded lord, when I'd rather have the ragga-tagga gypsy, yo? Now, last night you slept in your goose for the bed, the sheets turned down so bravely, yo. Tonight you'll be in the cold open field in the arms of the ragga-tagga gypsy, yo. He said the walk arrived by my goose for the bell, but me sheets turned down so bravely, oh. Tonight I'll be in the cold of a field in the arms of the ragga-tagga gypsy, oh. Oh, you rode high when I rode low. You rode south when I rode north. I'd rather have the kiss on my yellow gypsy's lips and a miss me ragga-tagga gypsy, oh. Here we go! La 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 la.
Well, I've been a wild rover for many's the year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with the golden great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. Sure, it's no, nay, never.
Right up your kill.
No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, nay, never. Well, I came to an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money was spent. Well, I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. She said custom like yours I could have any day, and it's no, nay, never.
Right up your kill.
No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, nay, never. I pulled up from me pockets 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have the whiskey, the wines of the best, and the words I just told you were only in jest. Sure, it's no, nay, never.
Right up your kill.
No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, nay, never, no more. Here we go! And it's no, nay, never.
Right up your kill.
No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, nay, never, no more. I'll go home to me parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. Oh, and when they've caressed me as of time before, I never will play the wild rover no more. Sure, it's no, nay, never.
Right up your kill.
No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, nay, never, no more. One last time. It's no, nay, never.
Right up your kill.
No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, nay, never, no more. In the merry month of May, from first to home I started, left the girls a tomb so sad and broken hearted, saluted father dear, kissed me darling mother, drank a pint of beer, my grief and tears to smother, then after reap the corn, leave where I was born, cut the stout at dawn, the banished ghost and goblin, brand new pair of brogues, rattling over the bogs, frightening all the dogs, on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn it down the rocky road, and all the way for Dublin, back for Aldida. Dublin next arrived, I thought it such a pity, soon to be deprived a view of that fine city. When I took a stroll, all among the quality, something from me stole. In the deep locality, something crossed me mind. When I looked behind, no bundle could I find. Upon me stick a wobble inquiring for the road. They said me Connacht Road wasn't much in vogue. On the rocky road to Dublin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up the hair and turn it down the rocky road, and all the way for Dublin, whack for Aldida. From there I got away, my spirit never failing, landed on the quay just as the ship was sailing. The captain at me roared, said the room Paddy. Soon I jumped aboard a cabin found for Paddy. Down among the pigs, played some hearty rigs, danced some hearty jigs. The water round me bubbling up the Holyhead. I wish myself was dead, or better far instead. On the rocky road to Dublin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up the hair and turn it down the rocky road, and all the way for Dublin, whack for Aldida. One, two, three, four, five. Up the hair and turn it down the rocky road, and all the way for Dublin, whack for Aldida. The boys of Liverpool, when we safely landed, called myself a fool. I could no longer stand it, my blood began to boil. Temper I was losing for all their entire. They began to prisoner army, so should I, shillelagh I let fight. Some Galway boys come by and saw myself a wobbling with a loud array. Jumped in the affray and quickly cleared the way for the rocky road to Dublin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up the hair and turn it down the rocky road, all the way for Dublin, whack for Aldida, whack for Aldida, whack for Aldida. Woo!
When you're standing by the ocean and you're looking to the west, like an old man once told me, there's a feeling that you get. When that feeling is of sorrow or of love that life denies, I'll play seashells to your ears and put pennies on your eyes. Now with those seashells you will hear all the tears of the world. With those pennies you will find just what life's really worth. When I'm standing on this headland and my spirit's on the sea, through the deep blue velvet sky, a star burns out for me. But seashells and pennies are all I can give. You can't live a life that's already lived. Will the seashells still sound the same when the pennies roll down the drain, and the one that you've loved is dying and drifting away, and the fire that drives you has gone out this day? when your feeling is of sorrow or love that life denies, I'll play seashells to your ears and put pennies on your eyes. But seashells and pennies are all I can give. You can't live a life that's already lived. But seashells all sound the same when the pennies roll down the drain, and the one that you loved is dying and drifting away. And the fire that drives you has gone out this day. As I went home on a Monday night, as drunk could be, I saw a horse outside me door, where my old horse should be. Well, I called me wife and said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that horse outside the door, where my old horse should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, still you cannot see. Sure, that's a lovely pig me mother sent to me. There's many the day I travelled 100 miles or more, but a pig with a saddle on I never saw before. Well, as I went home on Tuesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a coat behind me door, where my old coat should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that coat behind the door, where my old coat should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, still you cannot see. Sure, that's a lovely blanket that me mother sent to me. There's many the day I travelled 100 miles or more, but buttons in the blanket, well, I never saw before. Well, as I went home on a Wednesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a pipe upon me chair, where my old pipe should be. I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that pipe upon the chair, where my old pipe should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, still you cannot see. Sure, that's a lovely tin whistle me mother sent to me. There's many the day I travelled 100 miles or more, but tobacco in a tin whistle, well, I never saw before. Well, as I went home on Thursday night, as drunk could be, I saw two boots beneath the bed, where my two boots should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns those boots beneath the bed, where my two boots should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, still you cannot see. Sure, that's a lovely geranium pots me mother sent to me. There's been in the day I travelled 100 miles or more, with laces in geranium pots I never saw before. Well, as I went home on Friday night, as drunk could be, I saw a little head upon the bed, where my little head should be. I called me wife and I said to her, Will you kindly tell to me who owns that head upon the bed where my little head should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, still you cannot see. Sure, that's a lovely baby boy me mother sent to me. There's many the day I travelled 100 miles or more, but a baby boy with his whiskers on I never saw before. Well, as I went home on Saturday night, as drunk could be, I saw 2 hands upon my wife's breasts, where my 2 hands should be. I called my wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns those hands upon your breasts, where my 2 hands should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old devil, still you cannot see. Sure, that's a lovely plate expired your mother sent to me. There's many the day I travelled 100 miles or more, well, a plate expired with fillers on I never saw before. Well, as I went home on Sunday night, as drunk could be, Lord, I saw a little thing whittling around upon the bed where my little thing should be. I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that thing upon the bed where my little thing should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, still you cannot see. Sure, that's a lovely sausage me mother sent to me. There's many the day I travelled 100 miles or more, but a sausage with a sou'wester on I never saw before. La 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 la. Hey! Dublin's first city, where the girls are so pretty, I first laid my eyes on sweet Molly Malone. As she wheeled her wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Was a fishmonger, and sure it was no wonder, for so were her mother and father before. And they both wheeled their barrows through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Could save her, and that was the end of poor Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels a barrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Oh, the lark in the morning, she rises off her nest and comes home in the evening with the jewel on her breast. And like the jolly ploughboy, she whistles and she sings, and comes home in the evening with the jewel on her wings. Well, Roger the ploughboy, he is a dashing blade, goes whistling and singing down through the leafy glade. He met With dark and Susan, she's handsome, I declare, and far more exciting than the birds all in the air. The lark in the morning, she rises up her nest. She comes home in the evening with the jewel on her breast. And like the jolly ploughboy, she whistles and she sings, and comes home in the evening with the jewel on her wing. Well, as they were coming home through the rakes of the town, the grass had been all mown and the hay had been good town. Well, let your chance to tumble all in the new moon hay. Oh, kiss me now or never, love, the bonny lass did say. The lark in the morning, she rises up her nest, and comes home in the evening with the jewel on her breast. And like the jolly ploughboy, she whistles and she sings, and comes home in the evening with the jewel on her wings. Long weeks they were over and the past. Her mammy asked the reason why she tickled round the waist. It was the handsome ploughboy, the handsome girl did say. They called me for to tumble all in the new moon hay. The lark in the morning, she rises up her nest. She comes home in the evening with the jewel on her breast. And like the jolly ploughboy, she whistles and she sings. She comes home in the evening with the jewel on her wings. It's a health to all you ploughboys wherever you may be, that likes to have your bonny lasses sitting on your knee. With a pint of good strong porter, you'll whistle and you'll sing, for a ploughboy is as happy as a prince or as a king. The lark in the morning, she rises up her nest. She comes home in the evening with the jewel on her breast. And like the jolly ploughboy, she whistles and she sings. She comes home in the evening with the jewel on her wings.
Well, in the year of our Lord 1806, we set sail for the cold Keokuk. We were sailing away with a cargo of bricks for the Grand City Hall in New York, with an element craft for it fore and aft. Oh, how the wild waves drove her. She had 23 masts and stood several blasts, and they called her the Irish Rover. Well, there was Barney McGee from the banks of the Lee. There was Hogan from County Tyrone. There was Johnny McGurk, who was scared stiff of work, and your man from Westmeath called Malone. There was Slugger O'Toole, drunk as a roll, and fighting Beltracy from Dover, and your man Mick McCann from the banks of the Bann, and the skipper of the Irish Rover. We had 1 million bags of the best Sligo rags, and 2 million barrels of bone, 3 million bales of old nanny goats' tails, and 4 million barrels of stone, 5 million hogs, 6 million dogs, 7 million barrels of porter. We had 8 million sides of all blind horses' hides in the hold of the Irish Rover. Sailed 7 years, the measles broke out, the ship lost its way in the fog, and the whole of the crew was reduced down to 2, just myself and the captain's old dog. The ship struck a rock, hey! Oh, what a shock, hey! Oh, it turned right well, it turned 9 times around, and the poor old dog was drowned. 1, 2, 3, and the last of the Irish Rovers. Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers lay dying. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed or white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh Danny boy, I love you so. And if you come when all the flowers are dying, and I am dead as dead I may well be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear the soft church tread above me, and all my dreams will warmer, sweeter be. And if you bend and tell me that you love me, then I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. White with snow, 'tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh Danny boy, I love you so.
P stands for Paddy, I suppose. J is for my love, John. And the W stands for false will yo. Johnny is the fairest man. Oh, as I went out the other day to take a pleasant walk. I sat myself down upon an old stone wall to hear two lovers talk. I had to hear what they might say, my dear, to hear what they might say, so that I might learn a little more about love before I go my way. And it's P stands for Paddy, I suppose. J is for my love, John. The W stands for false will yo. Johnny is the fairest man. Johnny is the fairest man, my dear. Johnny is the fairest man. And I don't care what anybody says, for Johnny is the fairest man. Yeah. Well, come and sit you down upon my knee before we're out of time. For I know you've another little lad, and now your heart's not mine. Oh, well, no, my heart's not yours, she said. Now we're out of time. For I do have another little lad, and now my heart's not mine. And it's P stands for Paddy, I suppose. J is for my love, John. And the W stands for false will yo. Johnny is the fairest man. Johnny is the fairest man, my dear. Johnny is the fairest man. And I don't care what anybody says, for Johnny is the fairest man. Well, now I'll go and I'll climb a tall, tall tree and steal the wild bird's nest. For when I come back down again, I'll know which girl's the best. But if you don't love me, I'll sail far away, go off and fight the war. And I will be in America, Spain, and I'll come back no more. And it's P stands for Paddy, I suppose. J is for my love, John. And the W stands for false will yo. Johnny is the fairest man. Johnny is the fairest man, my dear. Johnny is the fairest man. And I don't care what anybody says, for Johnny is the fairest man. Oh, Johnny is the fairest man, my dear. Johnny is the fairest man. And I don't care what anybody says, Johnny is the fairest man. Here we go, lads. When I was just a young boy, they called me Coachy Lad. I sang the songs of Ireland, but I sang them rather bad. And me mother didn't like it, she told me it was cat. And halfway through the Galway shawl, she hit me with a baseball bat. I've been beat up in Killarney, I've been stabbed in Limerick town. In County Clare I didn't dare, they said they'd gun me down. In Dublin City, Ballymun, I was trampled by a horse. And by the time I got to Skibbereen, it was even bloody worse. I'm going away, hey, to the USA, I'm going away, hey, to the USA. Well, I love you, dear old Ireland, and you know I love you best. But I'm off to sing the Irish songs out in the Wild West. I joined the local choir boys, it was bringing me to tears. But when I looked up at Father Ted, he was bleeding from the ears. He took me to one side and said, "This isn't what we want. If you come back here with a voice like that, I'll drown you in the font." I've been beat up in Killarney, I've been stabbed in Limerick town. In County Clare I didn't dare, they said they'd gun me down. In Dublin City, Ballymun, I was trampled by a horse. And by the time I got to Skibbereen, it was even bloody worse. I'm going away, way, to the USA, I'm going away, way, to say, well, I love you, dear old island, and you know I love you true. I'm just hoping the Americans don't beat me black and blue. I landed in America, and I didn't have a dime. But the one thing kept me going was that my voice was in its prime. I sang the fields of Athenry, I sang the Derriere, and now I'm in the back of a Cadillac, and I'm a millionaire. Yeehaw!